What am I not asking? This is really going to happen? I don't need to be trifled with anymore, quite honestly. Evan, what am I not asking? What's going on here?
They're not going to play with your emotions anymore, Rich, I don't think. The question has always been the same, going back months here. It was really never, except maybe in the last couple of weeks, it was really never, are they going to start this season? It's, are they going to finish? And the problem is, you don't have that answer. I don't have that answer. None of them have that answer. And I wouldn't say I'm completely optimistic about it. The chance that we actually get through all of this and they don't have to shut down again, that we get through a whole postseason. But it seems like most people feel like it's worth trying. And then there's, of course, some people who think baseball shouldn't even be back, that it's not safe enough. But I think the general consensus is it's worth the attempt. And thankfully, they're able to make the attempt without being halted by money rather than the health.
Right. So because if they have to stop down because of health, then everybody could sit here and say we tried. And every other league is trying. I mean, every other league is going. Every other league is going to try and figure out how to deal with coronavirus cases popping up that's expected to pop up, and hoping that therapeutics catch up and all of that stuff. My buddy Keith Olbermann tweeted out. He also texted this to me yesterday on my birthday, no less.
Happy belated.
Thank you, sir. Training camp opens 50%. Season opens 25%. Series concludes 0%. What do you think about that?
I don't think it's quite that low, honestly. But it goes back to what we were discussing earlier. They can handle a few guys testing positive, because you could test positive and be asymptomatic or have already recovered. The testing positive itself is not necessarily the most damaging. Not necessarily. The problem is, what if you have a mass outbreak to the point that you're really kind of impacting the entire character of a team, and you hope that you never get to that point. And maybe it is statistically unlikely that, in fact, you would have an outbreak quite that large. But you still have to consider that worst-case scenario. What are you going to have, 25 replacement players, 26, because that's what the roster will end up being this year. You start out with 30, then you go to 28, then you go to 26. You can't reasonably replace an entire team and say, yeah, that was the Phillies in 2020, when they look nothing like what you would expect them to be. So in the end, it could end up in kind of impugning the competitive component of this, right? If a team looks nothing like it was supposed to, well, what do you make of the 2020 season? But this is all the worst case scenario.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.